Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Uranium One. Uranium One is a uranium mining company with headquarters in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It has operations in Australia, Canada, Kazakhstan, South Africa and the United States. In January 2013, Rosatom, a Russian state-owned enterprise, through its subsidiary ARMZ Uranium Holding, purchased the company at a value of $1.3 billion. The purchase of the company by Russian interests is, as of October 2017, under investigation by the United States House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. History. On July 5, 2005, Southern Cross Resources Inc. and Fleece Gold and Uranium Resources Limited announced that they would be merging under the name SXR Uranium One Inc. In 2007, Uranium One acquired a controlling interest in Eurasia Energy, a Canadian firm with headquarters in Vancouver, from Frank Giestra. Eurasia Energy has interests in rich uranium operations in Kazakhstan. Eurasia Energy's acquisition of its Kazakhstan uranium interests from Kazatomprom followed a trip to Almaty in 2005 by Giestra and former U.S. President Bill Clinton, where they met with Nursultan Nazarbayev, the leader of Kazakhstan. Substantial contributions to the Clinton Foundation by Giestra followed, with Clinton, Giestra, and Mexican telecommunications billionaire Carlos Slim in 2007 establishing the Clinton Foundation's Clinton-Giestra Sustainable Growth Initiative to combat poverty in the developing world. In addition to his initial contribution of $100 million, Giestra pledged to contribute half of his future earnings from mining to the initiative. In June 2009, the Russian uranium mining company ARMZ Uranium Holding Co., a part of Rosatom, acquired 16.6% of shares in Uranium One in exchange for a 50% interest in the Karatau uranium mining project, a joint venture with Kazatomprom. In June 2010, Uranium One acquired 50% and 49% respective interests in southern Kazakhstan-based Akbarstau and Zareknoye uranium mines from ARMZ. In exchange, ARMZ increased its stake in Uranium One to 51%. The acquisition resulted in a 60% annual production increase at Uranium One, from approximately £10 million to £16 million. The deal was subject to antitrust and other conditions, and was not finalized until the companies received Kazakh regulatory approvals, approval under Canadian investment law, clearance by the U.S. Committee on Foreign Investments, and approvals from both the Toronto and Johannesburg stock exchanges. The deal was finalized. By the end of 2010, Uranium One paid its minority shareholders a significant dividend of $1.06 per share. At the end of 2010, ARMZ took complete control of Uranium One in January 2013 in a transaction which was reviewed by the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States. In December 2013, an internal reorganization of Rosatom extinguished the interest of ARMZ, making Uranium One a direct subsidiary of Rosatom. Congressional investigation. In October 2017, due to revelations from the 2017 Special Counsel investigation, the United States House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence opened an investigation into the approval of the purchase of Uranium One by Russian interests. Of particular interest to the committee, according to media reports, is that at the time of the approval of the purchase by the Obama administration, an undisclosed FBI investigation into related Russian activities was ongoing. On October 26, 2017, President Trump directed the Justice Department to lift the gag order on a former FBI informant involved in the Obama-era Russia uranium dealings. The department indicated it had authorized the informant to speak to the leaders of the Senate Judiciary Committee, House Oversight Committee, and the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. The informant was previously prevented from testifying by former Attorneys General Eric Holder and Loretta Lynch. Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Would you like to know more?